Day 26, Pontevedra, Spain. Believe it or not, it's 10 p.m. and it's still light outside, and there are thousands of people on the street. It is just utter mayhem, but the best kind, with street artists and music and people in cafes and just thousands and thousands of people who have no intention of going to bed, except for me, because I'm a pilgrim and I'm going to be up at 4:30 back on the trail. Met up with a bunch of other pilgrims for an impromptu dinner and said our possible goodbyes if we don't see them again. And so this was the place to do it. So much celebration in a beautiful city. Um, and I was walking back and I was thinking about how long it took just to get the food, and that was a process. And that's been the theme of the day, process. I was walking this morning in the dark with my little pin flashlight, up cobblestones, up gravel, up hills, and there was that thought of, I can't wait until I get to level ground, or I can't wait until the ascent of today's part of the trek is over, which takes me out of the moment, and I realized that the ascent is part of the process. And that got me to thinking about how process is the nucleus of everything that we're involved in. So if I'm a painter, I pick up a paintbrush, and the moment that I pick up the paintbrush, boom, all of the color is on the canvas, and the uh, the image of what I had in my mind is manifested instantly on the canvas. No process. There's none of the frustration and the glory that comes with creating. If I pick up a book, and the moment that my hands touch the cover of the book, boom, the whole story is downloaded inside of me. And I miss out on the process that the book takes me on the journey of the story. And I realized how this idea, this word, this understanding of process is, again, the fundamental basis of everything that we do as a human being. Life is a process. Time is a process. And when we are in the process, whether that process is a day, whether that process is a career, whether that process is the raising of a child, whether that process is the duration of a pet that we have, whether that process is the length of a disease that we are navigating, process, everything is a process. And so in the process, when we reach those moments where we wish we were not where we were, just like the climbing today, I just wanted it to be over. And I just realized, but it's not, David. This is a process. This is not I Dream of Jeannie and you don't get to wiggle your nose and poof, you're somewhere else, or Bewitched, or I get all my 60s sitcoms mixed up. But you have to go through the process. And so it was such a revelation to kind of look at all of the items that we have to experience being human and going, yeah, that's a process. Yeah, that's a process. Wow, this is a shitty process. Wow, this is an amazing process. Wow, it's all process. And one of the things about the idea of be here now is to catch ourselves when we want to not be in the middle of that process, because the process holds everything that we are in need of. And it's hard sometimes. It's hard a lot of times. But what would happen if we kind of micro thought our way through a day and we went, okay, the next hour is a process. What can I do in this 1 hour to stay as present and in the now as possible? And then do another hour. If I'm in a really bad situation, if there are people that I know who are ill, who are suffering, and it's easy when we're not ill and we're not suffering to go, yeah, but you're in the process. That's not the things that you say to them, but we bring whatever tools and whatever comfort that we can to the people who are in the process and they just want to be out of it. There are people who are in miserable marriages. There are people who are in, who have been working their whole lives to establish some type of a career. That whole beginning step all the way up to hopefully the encouragement and the open door of that creativity is a process. Nothing is going to speed the process up. That's the message. And so, be here now in the process. Understand that it's a process. And understand that that could be an incredible, pivotal spiritual practice that can help our thoughts and our mind and our urges to want to move things along. And instead, what it could do is if I could think about, I'm in the process, then I can take a deep breath and I can say, this is where I am now. So I'm going to take one more step. I'm going to take one more step. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to make one more call. I'm going to do whatever I can, because nothing is going to change the process. The only thing that will change the process is the quality of my thought about the process. So there you go. Day 26. So there's a lot of process tomorrow. It's the next 3 days. 3 days are super long, super crowded. Tomorrow's probably one of the longest days I'll be walking. And the only thing that I'm assured of is there's an albergue that I think sleeps 72. Good times. But I'm doing it. I'm doing it because it's part of the process. All right. I love you. Thank you for watching. And let me know if that helps or if that makes sense. Thanks. It's me again, and raising money as a process. Wouldn't it be great if we go, oh, here's our budget, this is what we need, and poof, all of the money is there. That's never happened to us at Kaleidoscope Child Foundation, logo on chest. And so raising money is a process, and we do what we can with the creative ideas that come, and I am walking the Camino as a part of the process of raising money in order to secure Guatemalan scholarships, to make sure that the wellness programs of the Cambodian village women are covered, and also that our big wash campaign programs and latrine projects happen this November in India. And so I went back to my old list, and I wanted to give a shout out to a couple of more names of people who donated very early on in the process. Carlos Mora, Margot Gomes, Brian Lippin, Monica Bashara and Mary Stovall, Sharon Lee Kennedy, and Richard and Ed Moy. And by the way, Richard and Ed Moy, congratulations on your new baby. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of the process. Thank you for being a part of the solution. And on behalf of Kaleidoscope Child Foundation, I am so grateful.